of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. For Travis Kelce, week 1, 6 catches, 74 yards, and catches 5 and 6 were the big ones. A third down conversion in OT, and then one that set him up first and goal in that game-winning OT drive.
There's nothing wrong with saving the best for last.
That's right.
And Travis Kelce, he's one of those guys who's continuing to emerge as one of the top producers at the tight end position in the league. Big, strong, fast, a physical route runner. Hard to get through him to make a play on the football when he's going for it. I think that Alex Smith loves having that big target downfield.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
To throw on second down is Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a third down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Mike Adams can cover receivers whether he's playing in the slot or outside the numbers at cornerback.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. On fourth down, Smith. And this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry. Really batters defenses with his inside running.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Turbin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Chiefs offense coming back out onto the field. And a quick note from that game against San Diego, that come from behind win. That gave the Chiefs now 11 straight regular season wins. Quite a run.
Go back to 2015 and how things started. Did you actually anticipate a run of this magnitude for the Chiefs?
No, sir.
Give them a ton of credit. They never once thought that their season was over in 2015. Led by the head coach Andy Reid, Alex Smith at quarterback, and a pretty fierce defense. They fashioned together a nice run. And boy, I don't know when it's going to end.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. As the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. A shotgun snap for Smith. He hits West underneath. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A first down carry here for Charles. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. Good enough for a Kansas City first down. On 1st and 10, Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the line.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And now look at him go. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense does.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And almost intercepted. He could have picked it. Maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. 3rd and long. It's Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is Pat McAfee to punt it away for Indianapolis. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part and forget the bad.
I like that even better.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. Surveying the field. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And a really good game there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top with the post in the area he vacates.
Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's going to fire one deep. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 38 yards. And it's good enough for an Indianapolis 1st down. One receiver left is Hilton. Luck on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller because that has happened.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st down, Locke. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Colts a 1st down. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any faker move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And out come the Chiefs now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Deep drop. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Allen Bailey in on the stop. Second down, 9 yards to go. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They run with Turbin, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 4. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Love. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run again here with Turbin. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on third down, Luck. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 5. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Luck. And it is incomplete. Switching gears here for a second, partner. A lot of nail-biters on Sunday around the league. In fact, a lot of the road teams were able to come out victorious.
So much for protecting home field advantage, which every team preaches about. Win all your home games. That gives you a great chance to get to the playoffs. Think about it this way. Oakland over New Orleans, one of the better games of Sunday. How about Cincinnati going to the Jets and winning? That's a big win for the Bengals. The Giants at Dallas. Detroit at Indianapolis. A lot of people picking Indy to win the AFC South. And one of the trendier picks to make the playoffs, Jacksonville, they gave it a valiant effort, but Green Bay came in and beat them. And just think how close we were to getting some others. Carolina at Denver, Miami at Seattle, and San Diego, maybe the biggest surprise of the day, how well they played against Kansas City.
10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Smith now to throw. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Wilson snags it left side. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Now Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
There's still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And now they're in the hurry-up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. And again, it's Turbin. He's trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's Luck now on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now with Turbin. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looked like he was trying to. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Luck. He shakes him off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation, because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does. And now you give your team a more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
Back to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And this will be complete. Smith fighting Macklin. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Macklin in the final minute. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Luck. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Luck now to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. Luck now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I don't know what more you can say about Adam Vinatieri in that career. Maybe the best to ever do this.
Let's be honest. Does anything faze him? Snow, playoff games, Super Bowls. Just watching this made me nervous. But he never broke a sweat.
And now here comes Kansas City. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Well, there were times where this felt more like a soccer match. Just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.